meteorologist Ashley Smith here in the First Alert Streaming Center on this Saturday morning. And we just want to make sure I'm live everywhere. Off to a pretty nice start. It's cloudy, it's kind of gloomy looking, but temperatures are actually pretty nice considering the time of year. And yeah, it looks nice outside. Looks like fall, of course. What you're seeing out here right now, this was the Girls on the Run. There were so many people. I mean, hundreds, if not thousands of people down here at Sawyer Point. They were all kind of lined up for the race. The race actually started kind of back here, went under the Taylor Southgate Bridge, and then you finished coming back across underneath the Taylor Southgate Bridge, I should say. But look at some of these kids down by the river, you know, the Serpentine Wall. River's been relatively low or kind of normal, so I've been able to, get down to the bottom of the Serpentine Wall, and these kids are loving it. That's for sure. I've been watching. There is parental supervision, but I was a little bit worried at one point. But we'll talk more about that here coming up in a second. I want to switch it over to, of course, weather talk. We have really nice weather, again, relatively speaking, for this weekend, but we're going to start to see some changes as we head into next week. Very active weather expected. Yes, we are talking about the first chance for snow, not looking like any kind of accumulation at all. It's going to be more of a kind of just a wet mix across the area. And so again, nothing that's going to have a major impact, but we did declare a first alert weather day for both Wednesday and Thursday because those roads will be wet, and it's just going to be very uncomfortable, especially on Thursday. If you're outside, I was going to look to see the latest with the forecast. So, but yes, Thursday especially, it's just going to be very uncomfortable to be outside. So that's really why it's a first alert weather day. It's not necessarily because we think it's going to be difficult to, get around or driving, although wet roads, as we know, can cause big problems. So that's going to be the bigger problem. Sorry, I went the wrong way there. Don't want you to be able to see that box. There we go. That's probably better, maybe. Okay, so let's dive right in. That happens to me so much. Hit the wrong button. Oh. Gosh, 3 times in a row. Okay. All right, Okay, so again, Wednesday and Thursday, both first alert weather days. We're looking at the potential for heavy rain, strong gusty winds both days, 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts, and rain eventually changing over to snow on Thursday. Now, we've been mentioning this is an evolving forecast. This is a ways away. Normally with the weather team, we would actually be pretty hesitant to issue a first alert weather day this far out. But because we're talking about the first possible snowfall, we're talking about very cold air on Thursday, that's pretty much guaranteed. We do think that it warrants issuing that first alert weather day. Of course, if the forecast improves and we have to change the first alert weather day, that's a good thing, right? I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but the rain already, that's going to be a big enough issue. More folks kind of heading down to the river, I guess maybe walking up the steps. This race started at 9 a.m. They actually had some activities as early as 7:30. And so most of the runners are done at this point, but they're enjoying kind of those post-race activities, taking some selfies with their medals, taking some pictures with their medals, and just enjoying the moment, because for a lot of these participants, it's their first 5K, and it's the first time that they've accomplished a goal so big. We're going to have more on that Girls in the Run 5K on the late news tonight, the late news, because it's on later than normal because of the UC game, right? Yes, we have the UC game on tonight at 8 o'clock, and then the newscast will be on after that. We will see gradual clearing today. It's very cloudy right now, kind of gloomy looking, as you saw out there at Newport on the Levee, but we'll see a little bit of sunshine later in the afternoon. Drought monitor, so this was actually released on Thursday, but it does show improving conditions. Parts of the region still abnormally dry, especially in southeastern Indiana, Butler County, northern Warren, Clinton, Highland County. And then now it's kind of flip-flop. These areas to the southeast, which actually had been staying out of the drought, are now still abnormally dry, and kind of the central portions of the viewing area are no longer included in any drought. So Just want to continue to monitor it. I know it's the end of the growing season, so it's not as impactful, but still something we'll continue to monitor. Okay, so this is, let me see if this moves. Okay, so this is Tropical Storm Sarah. Hold on, let me get back into it. Tropical Storm Sarah. Actually, let me pull up the latest with that. That's not what we wanted. Talking about flash flooding and mudslides over northern portions of Honduras, Belize, El Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Quintana Roo, all being discussed. Now, that's where they're seeing impacts right now. Tropical storm conditions are expected along portions of the northern coast of Honduras, Bay Islands, Caribbean coast of Guatemala, coast of Belize, and portions of the coast of Mexico where tropical storm warnings are in effect. So you can see, here we go, that's what I wanted to do, that over the next couple of days, it kind of continues to make this west, kind of northwest movement. However, there is some indication, there is the potential that it then goes back into the Gulf and could impact parts of the United States in the coming days. Kind of, some of the models show it kind of doing this. So we will keep an eye on that because it could have some impacts to the United States, but as of right now, nothing imminent at this point. Okay, outside here right now, temperatures are in the 40s and 50s, 48 in Batesville, 50 in Harrison and at CBG, 52 in Hamilton and at Lunken, Falmouth at 46 degrees. Kind of a cool start to the day, but actually well above, we should be in the 30s for our morning lows this time of year, and you know, we're not there today, that's for sure. So 50 degrees right now at CBG, winds are light out of the east. Actually a pretty nice, again, a pretty nice start to the day. Considering the time of year. So today we'll see those temperatures that will be climbing into the mid to upper 50s, about 57 degrees for your high temperature. We do expect those clouds to kind of thin out this afternoon. We'll see a few peaks of sunshine. Nothing significant, but I do think that even just a little bit of sunshine will feel nice on a day like today when it's so cloudy. So Wednesday and Thursday are those first alert weather days. We're looking at a strong storm system moving in, bringing us heavy rain at times, really Tuesday and Wednesday. Gusty winds at times. We're looking at gusts of 40 to 45 miles per hour. And then that rain changes over to kind of a wet rain snow mix on Thursday. Again, we just want to make sure we stress on all of this literature. We're saying that, you know, there will be some changes to that forecast as the system evolves. So just stay tuned for those changes because it is still a ways away. Here's what it looks like as of now. So Monday, we stay mostly dry. There's a chance for rain. For some of us on Monday, doesn't look like a big deal. And then Tuesday, we see widespread rain. I mean, especially Tuesday morning, looks like it's going to be wet, probably for the morning drive, going to be wet. We may have to extend that first alert weather day into Tuesday for that reason. Tuesday evening, we dry out for a period of time, but then the rain returns on Wednesday. Widespread rain Wednesday, heavy rain at times, even though you see the bullseye really closer to Indianapolis, we'll still have some of that heavy rain. And then here comes that mix on Thursday. What happens is this low just kind of spins just north of us, and so it spills that colder air into the region. That allows some of that rain to change over to snow or even a wintry mix. Some of that drizzle or light rain lingers into Friday, but right now it does look like the weekend will be dry. I want to talk more about these wind gusts. I mentioned 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts expected really both Wednesday and Thursday. So this is Wednesday, 40, 45, 46 mile per hour wind gusts, very strong gusty winds. And you think that, you know, some of those trees, because of the drought that we had earlier this year, they're dry and kind of brittle. The ground is now saturated, so it's easy for those trees to come down, perhaps fall on power lines. That's something that can definitely happen both Wednesday and Thursday with those strong gusty winds. That's another reason why we declared it a first alert weather day. It's not just because of the wet weather, but because of the windy weather as well. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We'll see those temperatures remain warm through the weekend and even the first part of next week. 66 Monday, 68 on Tuesday. Tuesday, most of the rain is in the morning, breezy winds, and then downright windy, very strong gusty winds Wednesday and Thursday for those first alert weather days. And look at this temperature drop. 68 Tuesday, 57 on Wednesday, 39 on Thursday. And with those gusty winds, it's going to feel like it's in the 20s at times. And then Friday, we see at least that light rain lingering through at least the first part of the day. So temperatures kind of all over the place. Let's look at beyond the 7-day forecast. So this is going to take us through, so this is Thanksgiving, the 28th. So it does get cooler. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Not necessarily looking like any kind of wintry weather here, except during the overnight hours. Some of that precipitation could change over, but looking like wet weather for the beginning of, again, not this coming week, but the week of Thanksgiving. So if you're traveling perhaps Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, which I know is a very popular day to travel, you'll probably encounter some wet roads. Again, of course, that's very far away, but that's the way that it looks right now. Okay, I don't see any questions over here. Hi, Becky. Hi, John. Thanks for joining me. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I've been saying this morning. Let me get back to. Let's do this. That if you are flexible with, say you have things to do outside, maybe you're putting up Christmas decorations. I know a lot of folks have been doing that lately. Maybe you're trying to walk the dog or collect the leaves in the yard, maybe even cut the grass one last time. Not unheard of, I think, this week. But tomorrow's going to be warmer, so tomorrow might be the better day to do that. This might be better. Tomorrow might be a better day for any kind of outdoor activities or chores or exercise, whatever, because it's going to be about 10 degrees warmer tomorrow compared to today. It's still going to be dry. You'll avoid any of that rain until the beginning of the week, likely holding off until Tuesday. So if you have some flexibility in your schedule and you can wait till tomorrow, I would highly recommend that, because today we're in the 50s, tomorrow will be in the 60s. So again, we'll see a little bit of sunshine today, but we don't expect sunny skies by any means. Those temperatures right now in the 40s and 50s, but it is quiet, that's for sure. So yeah, this is got 57 today. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, so temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 50s later this afternoon. It is exciting that, first of all, that we have the UC football game on our air, but that it's a night game, because they get to be in prime time. Everybody gets to see, across the country, for that matter, in prime time, which is very exciting. I went to the UC game last week when they played WVU. It was a really good game. Even though UC lost, it was an entertaining game, I should say. But yeah, dry weather today and tomorrow. Kind of give you a weekend recap, I guess. Yeah, we expect dry weather today and tomorrow. Today, 57. Tomorrow, 65, 66. So definitely warmer weather tomorrow. And then we're dry until likely Tuesday morning. And then we see rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and then a rain snow mix Thursday. Thursday is going to be downright cold. We'll see those wind speeds 40 to 45 miles per hour. And that means that the wind chill will be in the 20s at times. Let me actually see if I can find the future wind chill. I know I can find it. Just give me a second. At the zoo, here we go. At the zoo, they'll be working on continuing to put up the Festival of lights, and not the best weather for doing that. Okay, so this might only take us a couple of days. Let me adjust this. Here we go. Wow. It's even colder than I expected. Teens and 20s. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be warm Wednesday in the 60s, and then we see these really strong gusty winds on Thursday, and that makes the wind chill in the teens and 20s. I mean, that is some frigid air. Not frigid air, frigid air. I didn't mean to make that joke, but, you know, you get it. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I share that. Okay. All right. I think that's all I have for you guys. If you don't have any more questions, I will let you get to your Saturday plans. Hopefully you got plans. Hopefully you have something fun planned to do. Just want to make sure I've got all these questions. Believe we're good. Okay, so yes, I hope that you guys all have a great weekend and enjoy, of course, again, because we have the UC game on tonight. We'll be on after that game. I believe the newscast is scheduled for 11:30, but of course it just depends on how quickly that game can go. Last week, speaking of going to the game last week, that first quarter went really fast, but then the rest of the game kind of slowed down. So you never really know, do you, until they start playing. So anyways, yes, we will see you on Fox 19 now on the Late News later this evening. Until then, I hope that you have a great day.